Hi, welcome back for our final series about Mrs. Riggs. We think it's nice to hear about the past through the eyes and ears of the old timers. Here she is talking about how she fed her kids back in those days.
How did you feed your babies?
Okay, I bought canned milk.
Canned milk.
And,
Powdered milk?
no, the syrup.
Chocolate syrup?
The liquid syrup.
Chocolate Hershey's?
No, what is it? Everybody's used it for 100 years. What is it? Syrup? It's a liquid.
Oh, KO.
KO.
KO syrup, yeah.
And,
To make it sweet.
I would make a gallon of it and put the syrup in and then put it in the bottles. So I couldn't give them my milk. I didn't have no milk.
So you fed them with the bottles?
Yeah, and I fed them with the bottle.
And you had to clean out the bottles after each meal?
Yes.
Yeah. And what kind of food did you feed them? Like baby food?
Yes.
At the store?
Yeah, I got baby food and I also had
Mashed
the
potatoes?
cereal.
What about mashed potatoes? Did you feed them that?
Oh yeah, when they got about 4 months I would start feeding them mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
They love that.
Mashed potatoes and gravy?
And little things that I knew they could put in their mouth and eat.
Oh. Oatmeal? No, not oatmeal. Cream of wheat.
Yeah.
Cream of wheat, yeah. You miss those days?
Huh?
Do you miss those days?
Did I do what?
Do you miss those days? Do you miss those days of them being little?
Yeah.
Yeah. Time flies, doesn't it?
Huh?
Time flies.
Woo!
Yeah.
I never thought I'd be here at this age.
And all your kids are all grown now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you got grandkids. They had kids.
I got great grandchildren.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it.
Yes, time really does fly by. One day they're here. The next thing you know, they're off making their own memories. Next, Mrs. Riggs talks about the old timers' luncheon.
Okay, I'm here with Mrs. Riggs this evening, and she's going to talk about the luncheon, the old timers' luncheon. Go ahead.
Okay, I love seeing everybody. And everybody that come by and said hello to me, I love that.
There was a big crowd?
And there was a big crowd.
Uh-huh.
And I'll tell you about, I didn't do a painting. And I saw a painting that I thought I had done going around and people looking at it. And I thought, well, where did that come from? After a while, this man came up to me and he said, you know, I bought one of your paintings years ago, and I took it north and put it in my house. And we were up there a little while, and I happened to look at it, and I thought, you know, I think I'll donate that this year to them and let them auction it off and let them sell it, Miss Riggs' painting. Because we're down here more than we're up north at the house. So he brought the painting down, and that was the painting, and they resold it there, you know.
At the luncheon.
In the bid, yeah. And I think they got about 700 and something for it.
Wow.
Which was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I kept seeing it going around and people looking at it thinking, well, I didn't do one, but there is one of my paintings, you know.
Did it have your name on it?
Yeah, but I knew I had done it. And so anyway.
Who went with you, Linda?
No, Cindy, my niece.
Oh, Cindy took you?
Linda's daughter came down,
Oh.
and her husband and the 2 children, and they were just here for a day and all,
So-
and Linda wanted to be with them.
So Cindy picked you up and took you down.
She picked me up and carried me to the dinner,
Oh.
and that was real sweet. She's my niece.
I know her, yeah.
And,
She's a member of mine.
yeah, we had a real good time and
Good.
saw a lot of our friends.
Good.
And they'd come and sit down with us and talk. And
$700 for her painting? We showed some of her paintings in an earlier series. She did some wonderful work, so I'm not surprised she raised that much money in the auction. This next series we'll call Hot, Hot, Hot.
all their life, their name was Seward, a man and woman. And they opened up Seward's, and they would keep anything 50 years and then try to sell it. I mean, they had clothes in there. They had a pair of high-top shoes that had buttons on the side
Oh.
that they had in their salon.
You should have.
Little leather they give them to me. I don't know where they are right now at home.
Yeah, you should listen. You should have Linda bring all the old stuff to your art show.
That would be something, but I don't know where they are. I'd have to look for them.
And
They're in the art room somewhere. But anyway, let's see, what was I telling you?
about the dress.
All right. They had that dress in Seward's. I went down there looking for something to wear to the prom. And we couldn't go to Fort Myers, and I knew if I didn't find something, I wasn't going to go. But I found that dress, and it fit so pretty. It come down in kind of tight-waisted and then flared out, and had pretty on the tail. And so I called my mama. Mama, can I put it on your bill? And she said, how much is it? And I said, $15. I mean, you wouldn't think it back then it would be that cheap, but it was $15. So I said, Mama, it's only $15. She said, well, put it on the bill, and I'll pay for it. So I brought that dress home.
Listen, who did your hair?
Nobody, I just combed it.
Oh, it was naturally curly like that?
Yeah,
Oh, beautiful. I'm going to show
all
it.
I did was comb it.
So,
Wash and comb it.
I took a picture of it, so I'm going to take this video and take this picture and post it together so the story will go with the picture.
Well,
And did you go to the prom in this dress?
yes,
And who'd you go with?
nobody.
Oh,
Let me explain what happened.
okay.
The boys sat on one side and the girls on the other. The only ones that danced was Peggy Desquin. Her mother was a teacher. She's in there.
Okay.
And Peggy Rainey. Peggy Desquin married Dick Desquin.
Yeah.
And
And those two danced on the floor?
about two people, the only ones that ever danced. They had an orchestra and everything. Colored people.
Oh. Did you dance?
No, you couldn't get no. Well, one time I did. No, the boys were scared to ask the girls to dance.
Oh.
You know, I guess been raised just. Well, I never played with any boys when I was little.
Yeah.
All I did was play with my sister.
So, but did you have a good time at the dance?
Yeah,
And
we had a good time.
Look how beautiful you were.
Yeah, we sit there and talk to everybody.
Well, where was your husband? Where was did you have
He was 2 grades ahead of me.
Oh, but did you have a boyfriend in school? You
No.
never had a boyfriend at school?
Too scared.
Oh.
I was scared of boys.
Oh.
If you want to touch me, I probably fainted.
Oh.
I remember I never played with them.
Oh.
And now she's telling me that we need to
Do what?
spruce up and find a boyfriend.
What'd she say?
She said now you get spruced up because you're trying to find a boyfriend in here.
Be nice, wouldn't it, Judy? Look at her, shake her head.
You wanna find a boyfriend in here?
No.
What about that guy that sits with you at dinner time? He's pretty nice looking.
The one out there.
At your table. He liked that picture of you. He said you were hot. You were hot. Have you ever been called hot before?
No.
Proms sure have changed over the years. Next, Mrs. Riggs talks about her wishes to return to her home.
Okay, I'm here with Mrs. Riggs this evening, and I think I've talked about everything about Punta Gorda, and I'm thinking that we're running out of material, so we're just going to have an update. How do you like living in here, in the nursing home?
Well, I've been used to living in my own home for the last 50 years. And I would like to be back at my home.
And your house is still there?
Yeah. Even though I have another one after Charlie. But anyway, it's mine. You know.
Do you think you'll ever get better to go home?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you got to focus on that, right?
Oh, yes, I will. I was thinking today to tell Wayne, let's go on home rather than bring me back here. He came and got me, and we no more and got out when we had a flat tire. We got over there, and then we had 2 flat tires. And we sit around waiting for him to fix them, and he finally brought me back over here. So I didn't go anywhere but to the filling station and back here. And so...
At least you got to get out of here.
to roll over to the filling station and have a flat tire, and then we had 2. So what can I say? He said, today's my day.
Bless his heart. I miss him.
Yes, he's been real good.
We're going to have to hook up. I keep missing him every time I come here.
Yeah.
And he told me that he was going to call me the next time he comes, so I'm going to...
Yeah, he would have called you if he hadn't been upset with 2 flat tires.
Unfortunately, she never made it home. Her health started declining, and she passed on June 12, 2018.
Okay, I'm here with Mrs. Riggs today, and she's a little bit better, and I was telling her about all the prayers that everybody is sending her. So, Mrs. Riggs, tell them how much you appreciate the prayers.
See that little angel up there?
Yeah?
I'm flying in their window like that. You don't see me now, but I'm there. And I'm looking about every one of you to count. I'm in your window thinking of you. I hope you're thinking of me.
It's not a